Hey crazy creators, I'm literally just doing this for myself, but I figured I would film this because I wanted to show you guys the importance of time blocking and telling your tasks when they're going to be and then doing them. Um, I know that working from home can be pretty exhausting sometimes, and we just don't know when to stop, we don't know when to start, we don't know all those things. So I wanted to show you what I'm doing basically to just kind of revamp my schedule and focus where I can focus. So I'm going to set up a spreadsheet. I normally use Google Calendar, but because each week looks different and Google Calendar, like I'll show you later on how I integrate this into Google Calendar. But I really love spreadsheets because I can change them and I don't have to redo them every single week. So I'm basically setting up my week from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. I would recommend you doing the time that works best for you, whether you're a super early morning person or you don't wake up till 9 or 11. Set your start time at what you want it to be. Realistically, I would say start with a time that actually is comfortable for you. 7 a.m. is doable for me, but it's still pretty early for me. And 11 p.m. is actually pretty early for me. I'm going to try to start going to bed earlier. I've just noticed that my body is kind of adjusted to working during the daytime. So I'm going to try to work with that for a little bit and try to time block around that. I used to work till like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and I'm just finding that I don't desire to do that right now. So I'm going to work around what my body is feeling and how my body feels best. So I'm going to start my day at 7 a.m. by waking up. And basically, what I'm doing is I'm going to start with my work time block. So I started out my work tasks by setting up a Monday through Friday, basically a Monday through Sunday calendar, and I broke up all the tasks that I do every single week. I'm not completely done with this, but I took all of my tasks and wrote them out on a list, and then I put the times of the week that I can actually focus on my business up here in the bar. So I dragged this bar and I did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I prefer to only work 4 days, solid 4 days, instead of, obviously they're broken up because I do homeschool and we have to go places. But at least Monday and Wednesday, I take 5 hours and focus on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's very choppy, but I focus for those 3 hours that I'm going to be working. And then I really try to spend most of my time focusing on my family for the weekend. Obviously, we do a lot of sports on the weekends, so it's just not practical for me to work on the weekends that much. So getting it all into Monday through Thursday helps me stay sane, and then it also helps me to be more productive. You'll find that the longer you're working, the more kind of lax you get, I feel. And so if you have these really intense chunks of time that you're actually doing things, then you're more productive. And it's kind of like getting a ball rolling. Once it's rolling, you don't want to stop. So, like, I have my DIYs shot all in one day because once I have everything out and I'm shooting and the camera's already charged and the lights are already on, it's easy for me to shoot all 4 videos on one day versus trying to shoot one video, set it all up, do another video. So I try to chunk everything together by, like, if I'm designing for my patrons, I'm going to spend a whole day designing. I've already got my brain flowing, my ideas going, things like that. So then I focus on products and business stuff on one day. And then obviously I have like a meeting with anybody that I need to catch up with for the beginning of the week and just kind of prep my week. And then I also have like a big monthly meeting at the end of the month for the next month. So this might not look exactly like what you're doing, but it's a good place to start. So I'm starting with my work tasks, and then I'll probably make another time block that says like homeschool tasks. So I'm going to rename this one, rename homeschool. And then I will break up tasks on the days that I can do that, and then we're going to put it all into our time block. So you're going to see on Mondays, I like to work from noon to 4. solid noon to 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag over noon. I want to go all the way from noon to 4. And I'm going to pick a color, and it actually is right here because this is where 4 starts. I'm going to pick a color, a fill color that reminds me of work. Blush pink. Let's try that. Well, let's do the fill color blush pink. So these are going to be my work hours. And then Tuesdays are 9:45 to 11 and 1 to 2. So you'll notice 9:45 to 11 is our live video. I could change that color if I really wanted to, just because I could show myself that, you know, that's not necessarily like sit down at your computer. That's like be ready. So up here I will put in like get ready for live video. I give myself 15 minutes to set the camera up, get anything situated, but I also have it set into my schedule to actually prep for live videos later on other days. So I'm hoping that everything will be set up. It'll be super easy for me to get to. But again, I'm in the setup process of all of this, so I have to have grace with myself if it's not perfect yet. So let's go over to Wednesday. I've got 12 to 4. I really love, that's my email. Don't mind my email and my calendar. Where are we at? Oh, we're just on spreadsheets. Duh. I always do this. I like go and switch tasks up at the top, but I'm really just in my spreadsheet. So 12 to 4 on Wednesdays. Now I really love Mondays and Wednesdays for working because this solid block means I don't have to stop for any reason. Tuesdays and Thursdays are really, like, I have to switch gears really a lot. So do I have 12 to 4 for each? 12 to 4 and 12 to 4. Yeah, okay. I set it up. I try to set it up a little bit similar so that my Mondays and Wednesdays feel pretty similar. So it doesn't take me forever to realize, like, what day am I on? What am I supposed to be doing right now? So I try to kind of match Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then I match Mondays and Wednesdays. So I feel I could, you know, make Mondays and Tuesdays similar and Wednesdays and Thursdays similar. That'd probably be actually more practical, but since we have lives on Tuesdays and lives on Thursdays, it makes more sense for me to match those. Okay, so then on Thursdays I also have 1 to 2, and the reason I have 1 to 2 on, again, we're still on the same thing. The reason I have 1 to 2 is because we have dance, and I have a good solid hour to just sit and do nothing, or I could work. But on Thursdays, it's a little different. So let's go over here. On Thursdays, I have a 9 to 11. That's because I get a good little chunk in the morning. Sorry, it's actually Thursday morning, and I'm working on these right now. So 9 to 11. I'm going to highlight that and make that blush pink. And I also work, so we'll go to dance, and then from 12:30 to 1:30, I will have a good little hour to put in a purchase order or whatever I have on these Thursdays. I've set it up so that it's, I haven't actually put any tasks on Thursdays yet. So it could be like catch up on design work if I'm a little behind or I want to get ahead. So it's nice to see your task laid out because then you can really see, okay, on Thursdays I can really focus on that hour on anything that I feel like I'm behind on. I really love doing that. So what was it? 12:30 to 1:30 on Thursdays. So 12:30 to 1:30. So you just want to make sure you're not highlighting actually 1:30 because that's when 1:30 starts. So here's my work week. No, we still have a live video from 4 to 5. I'm moving Crafting with the Hubs from 4 to 5. Hopefully he can join. If not, I will be live from 4 to 5. Okay, so you can also print these when you're done with them. It's kind of nice to print them out once a month, and if they change, print them again. Just so you can visualize it and see it. I do like Google Calendar because it shows you where in the week that you actually are, but it also makes you feel bad if you're behind. So like it has almost like this line right here will be highlighted. If you're on Wednesday and it's like 7, you're like, okay, it's coming close and I haven't gotten any of that stuff done. I feel really horrible about myself. So I like to keep this fresh, and I mean, you can start a new one every month if you want to, but I just like to manipulate it if I notice something's not working. And then, okay, so we've got our work tasks, and then Fridays, Dustin's off on Fridays, so I really like to be home, but I like to focus on a home project, and a lot of the times I want to film my home project, so I'll try not to be so much in work mode, make it more vloggy, but I haven't done that in a while, but I'm planning to get back into that now that we're, like, settled in our home, whether it's like a furniture piece or something. I'll try to film that, and then I can lump that in over here to my 4 videos. I can only shoot 3 and plan a home project video for that day if I really want to. Okay, and then so time block, I'm not going to necessarily write my tasks in those time blocks. I'm going to focus on coming over here if I need to see the tasks that I'm going to do for the day. But this will visually show me, okay, this is when I'm supposed to be working. This is when I'm supposed to be homeschooling. This is when I'm supposed to be working out. So let's do a fitness schedule. Let's rename this to fitness, Fintess, rename, fitness. And then, so each one, can you color these? Change color. So look at that. Okay, so I'm going to do work tasks, and I'm going to change the color to blush pink. And now this blush pink coincides, is that the word I need, for the blush pink on here. Let's put fitness. I love Google. Okay, so fitness, let's make it, what feels fit? I feel like a yellow. No, I don't know. I feel like this bright blue, but I don't want that on my calendar. I like to keep my calendar pretty, so I like to stay on one palette. So let's do like yellow for fitness, that yellow. And then homeschool, we can make, let's see, let's do like pastel-y purple. You can even do, you know, Landis one, Briley one, but I think I'll just do one. So I can go into depth on like what it looks like for our homeschool routine, but realistically, I just need to get it on my time block. So fitness, really, ideally, I like to work out when it works best with my life. So like on Tuesdays, it doesn't work out for me to work out on Tuesday mornings because it doesn't give me enough time to get home, take a shower, get dressed, put makeup on, be ready for a live video. Now, does that mean that I have to look perfect in live videos? No, but I really love the fact that on Tuesday mornings, I have an excuse to get up and get ready. Whereas on Mondays and Wednesdays when I'm working, I look like a hot mess. So I'm like, I can work out, you know, before those and feel pretty good, take a shower, have wet hair, not look great, and I can still make purchase orders and design and things like that, whether I have to go somewhere. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays are my days to like look presentable in the morning, so my workout's going to be probably more at night. Okay, so before I actually put things on the calendar, I do want to focus on these. I want to make a church and sports. I'm going to make that all one word because I feel like those are the same for us. We spend the same times doing them, like they're in the evening and on the weekends. So church and sports, let's change the color. Let's make that green. So we already know like exactly those times. So Wednesdays from 5:30 to, let's see, we don't get done till like 8:30 sometimes, is choir, leadership stuff, and church night, family fun night. So I'm going to make that the green block. Do we use that green? Okay, so that's a church block. So now I can see like, okay, if I want to work out after I work on Wednesdays, right before church, it might not give me time to eat dinner. So I'm going to work out in the morning on Wednesdays. So really this is kind of a hard balance, but you just want to put everything that you do, whether it's cooking, whether it's prepping your food, whether it's focusing on your family, working out together, doing things as a family, you know, date nights, put that on your main time block visual. And I would say it doesn't matter if it's all colors. It just makes sure that those colors are enjoyable and things that you love and are excited about, because otherwise you're not going to do this and you're going to get overwhelmed if your whole time block schedule is completely covered. So I'll take a screenshot of this and share it in the comments when it's all done. I don't want to have to walk you guys through the entire thing because it's going to take me probably a few hours, and I'm going to come back and in the middle of my day go and work on this, but get yours set up. I'm just using Google Drive and a spreadsheet. It's super easy, so I would encourage you to do that. All right, I love you guys. Bye.